it's because of November 5th, the election, but the election gave us a view, and it's a view on tariffs to protect our country because our country is being plucked like you pluck a chicken. Our country was being plucked, and it wasn't good. And, you can only take so much of it. And we've changed it around very quickly. And we've had, we'll have, Scott, I'd say $600 billion worth of tariff money coming in. And I think we're going to have maybe more than that. By next year, it'll be much more than that. That's not including the countries and companies, because we have countries coming over and building, but we have companies, great companies coming in. Apple is spending $650 billion. I mean, it's so many. One just announced $10 billion. Toyota, met Mr. Toyota in Japan. So what's your name? Toyota. I said, oh, do you own the car company? Yes, 92%. I said, you didn't have to be that specific. But I said, you're rich. Yes, I'm rich. But he just announced he's going to do $10 billion worth of plants. I mean, it's amazing what's going on. Look, it's amazing. We've never had anything like it or close. Nobody else has either. So I think in terms of your investments, you're in great shape. I don't even ask anybody how you're doing now. It's like everybody is making so much money. Oh, look who I see, Tim. Hi, Tim Cook. He's been good for 650. Think of it, $650 billion. Okay, can you imagine? That's what he's going to be investing. More than that. I think it's going to end up being more. He's great. He's great. He's done some job. You have done really some job. And we have so many people in this room that have done a job. I don't know how many have done better than Tim, but some are right up there with you. You better get your ass moving, I'll tell you. But fantastic people. But I go around and I say, meet the biggest people, biggest business people. I say, congratulations. They say, on what? I said, you've doubled your net worth since I've been president, right? He said, yeah, even more than that. They would say even more. We're doing even better than that. And, we've given you a platform where you can really put your genius to work. We have a lot of brilliant, genius people in this room, and you can put that genius to work. And it's an honor to do it. In a way, I'm jealous. In a way, I'm upset. A couple of people in the room, I can't stand them, and they've become very rich. There's nothing I can do about it. I would screw them if I could, but I can't do it, right, Dina? I can't do it. I would, if I had a chance, so I could just take them and say, you can't do what Apple's doing. But you're not allowed to do that, Newt Gingrich, right? We can't do it. But I would love to do it, really. It's one of those things. But everybody's making a lot of money, and everybody's investing money in the United States, and our jobs are through the roof. And I made a statement the other day, thank goodness for robots, because we're never going to have enough people to run all these places that are being built. And I think robots are actually going to be a very big business. I think it's going to be surprisingly big, but I think we're going to need it. We're going to need it. So we have a country that's becoming very safe. We had the best crime numbers that we've had ever in recorded history. Perhaps they were better 100 years ago, I'm not sure, but the recorded history is 67 years, and in 67 years they had the best numbers, and that's despite having a lot of people in the country that shouldn't be here, that we're getting out. But we've got tough law enforcement, smart law enforcement, and patriotic law enforcement. They've been amazing. One example is Washington, D.C. You couldn't walk down the street in Washington. You get mugged, you get killed. They were losing 100 people. Think of it, 100 people a year, and dead. You call up the parents. They come in from Iowa. They come in from Indiana to see the Washington Monument, and they end up being killed. It's not happening anymore.